some out.
Oh no, that's okay. And so it's just the most annoying thing to weed.
Yeah.
So that's cleavers, and then we have in here brook mint. And so brook mint,
That's I couldn't remember.
brook mint smells like mint, like a chocolate mint, but it's got an edge to it. And again, it's really good for digestion.
I know.
And then finally, we have lavender. You can add a few lavender leaves if you want. Some people are like just detest lavender. Other people love lavender. It's up to you. Lavender is a relaxant, is a calmer. So my preferred blend of tea is lemon balm, lavender, and brook mint. And that seems to cover all the bases, and it's just a refreshing tea. And I'll drink it hot or I'll drink it cold, and it doesn't
In
matter.
our teapots, right? Whatever
Yeah.
we may want in our
Yeah,
teapots.
pick a
And
pot.
how much would we use of this?
Oh, you could use just one sprig or a couple leaves. Just it depends if you want a stronger one. You can use a lot. If you want to just be safe, use a little. But
And just use the whole leaf?
yeah, you can use the whole leaf. Now I'll get you to take a little leaf of this. This is just pepper cress. This was just one that's out right now. If you take a little bit of it, and you can try it, and you should get a peppery taste. At first, it'll taste like you're foraging grass, or you're eating grass, and then at the end of it, you'll get a little peppery taste. Taste from the pepper crust at all? No?
Oh, I threw it in my tea. Oh, we have to try some now.
Oh no, that's okay.
I'll go to.
You got it in the end too.
Oh, it's lovely.
I just take that, and I'll just eat all of it.
Yeah, exactly. So beautiful.
I actually transplanted it to my place because I didn't have any when I was there.
Oh, good idea, Bridget. I like doing that.
It is a fabulous year for weeds.
One way that I've learned when I'm out foraging and testing stuff, for example, the salmonberry sprig that I mentioned the other day, I peeled off the outer skin of it and put it in my mouth, and it was I just spit it out right away. Your body kind of knows if it's something edible or not. But if you're unsure, test it. Wait a minute. If there's any tingle to your tongue, as Lisa was suggesting, a tingle to your tongue, or something in your head says no, then just don't eat it. So there's a lot of edible things out there. This does not apply to
Leaves, and the next thing you know, our throats are swelling. And because it has oxalic acid, it's like eating rhubarb leaves. So we phoned up the poison control, and I'm like, so yeah, a friend of mine, she wants to know what would happen, and I'm like, and my voice is like, my friend wants to know what will happen if you boil and eat like. And so the fellow on the line, he goes, well, you can tell your friend that you shouldn't eat skunk cabbage leaves. Yeah. And what we had done was we were in the middle of the bush, so we phoned her husband. He looked it up on the Facebook or website or whatever, and it said, yeah, in times of dire starvation, Indigenous peoples ate skunk cabbage.
Oh, okay.
Well, in fact, what you can eat is you get the root. You have to wash the root, boil the root, wash the root, boil the root, and it takes a lot of treating to actually eat it. And so my guidance is do your research before you go out. In the creation story for the Haudenosaunee people, it's a long and involved story. I won't get into it, but suffice to say, the way the world was created was that Sky Woman was booted out of the sky world, and as she's falling, she grabs some seeds, and she falls and lands on the back of a turtle, and eventually this becomes North America, right? Like Turtle Island, that's where that comes from. It's very specifically Eastern culture. They don't use that out here. So Turtle Island is really an Eastern culture thing. So the three sisters were some of the three foods that she brought from the sky world: corns, beans, and squash. And what they did traditionally was that you would grow your corn up, your corn, and then the squash would go around the bottom, and the beans would grow up the top. And so the squash on the bottom would provide shade for the smaller plants and whatnot, and the corn would add the structure for the beans to grow up, and so that's why they call them the three sisters. The strawberry drink is a very sacred drink, is a very important drink, because the strawberry is the first food, the first medicine that comes up in the spring. And so there's even a strawberry ceremony that you do in the longhouse that recognizes the importance of the strawberry. Last week, everything kind of kept happening. Things went missing, whatever. And so you're not really supposed to talk about them, but there's a belief that there's little people and the little people will do things. And the little people are there and they kind of teach you lessons, or they, you know, and they also teach you to slow down, and they do these things. But if you give them copper, then that keeps them from, they get distracted by the copper because they like the copper.
And they leave Jennifer alone.
It goes in Jennifer's purse then, shall we?
Can't keep them because they're from Ireland.
Oh, that's fine.